So I've started taking importance into disconnecting myself from the world and from disassociating myself from the dunya altogether, really, because like nowadays we're living in a world where we're all connected with the world in so many different ways. You can name it, like all the social media platforms. You'll be connected to the same person. Name anyone, like literally, it could be anyone who you know. It could be a family member, a friend, or whatever, and you'll be connected to that person through five, six different platforms. You'll have them on Snapchat, you'll have them on Instagram, you'll have them on TikTok, you'll have them on every single platform, and then you got them on WhatsApp, you got their phone number, and yeah, we're literally connected to the world in that sense in so many different ways, and we're living in a time where um, consumption is what we're all doing in our free time rather than spending and investing time into ourselves. So we're consuming other people who have garnered a way to get your attention, and in doing that we're spending less time in ourselves, and in spending less time and benefiting ourselves. So I'm on a journey where I'm trying to disassociate myself, and I am slowly but surely getting to that, because I've had enough, and this video is literally about how to disassociate yourself from the dunya, and to just start focusing on yourself, because a lot of people actually don't know how to. um, but it helps if you're someone who doesn't really have a lot of people knocking on their door, checking up on them a lot. If you're that type of person, then this video is for yourself, because you'll probably find it easier to close doors that probably wasn't even halfway open like before. So the number one way to start doing that would be, you need to identify what the issue is, and you know just take responsibility for your actions as well. It's not easy to disassociate yourself, especially when you kind of feel like a guilt feeling for stepping back from social media and stepping back from replying people's messages so often. But you don't owe anyone any time other than for yourself. In when it comes to putting yourself first, you don't really owe anyone any time. And the more you can say no to other people, it really is true. The more you can say no to other people, the better it will be for yourself, and the more aligned of a life you're going to have for yourself. Because when you can say no to other people, you can say yes to yourself. If you're saying yes to everyone else, you're going to have more reasons to say no to yourself, because you can't spend 25 hours in a 24-hour day period. Do you know what I mean? That's not how it works. But that's just a simple analogy. Like, you need to spend your time more investing in yourself, rather than trying to always be there for other people. Um, Sometimes you learn it through just a gradual process, or you learn it the hard way. And I'm someone who learned it the hard way. Um, and yeah, it's not easy, but you got to keep pushing. I would say that the dunya is also very temporary. It is completely temporary. I don't know why I was going to say very temporary. It's completely temporary. You're here for a couple of years. You're not guaranteed to be 80. You could be dead tomorrow. You could be dead tonight, and after you're dead, that's it. Like, you will then be in your grave for however long you're in your grave. That could be for million. That could be like for thousands of years or whatnot. Um, but you're gonna be alone in your grave, and you're gonna be lonely in your grave as well. And this is very important, because we live a life where we think that everyone's got our backs, and you know you live a life of a delusional life of enjoyment and pleasure, but it's all a lie. because this life isn't all, this life isn't permanent, and you're not going to, the way people live their life and the way people talk about investing and investing in a house and spending their, spending the rest of their life together, all of this stuff. Everyone talks as if they're living a life which is going to last thousands of years or forever. You're not going to live forever. You're going to live for a couple of years and then you're going to be dead, and then you're going to be tested in the day of judgment. So yeah, it's very important to be aware of your surroundings and be aware of what you're doing in this world and why you're here. And then you can start breaking down and eliminating things that don't bring any benefit to you. So yeah, it's such an important topic to talk about, because this is literally what life is all about. You're going to be spending a short amount of time here, and you look out the window and you see everyone enjoying and everyone's, can't explain it. It's weird to explain, but you just look at other people and you're like, everyone's living life as if they're here forever. The way they even talk about life, and the way they even pass time as well. Like, it's not the life to live. It's not the life to live that way. You need to have a balance. The way you break loneliness is by, if you feel like you're lonely, then you'll always know that you've got God on your side. Like, for us believers as Muslims, we believe that Allah's always on our side. So maybe in terms of people we are alone, but really and truly we're not alone, because we've got Allah. And sometimes we are blessed with time on our hands which we feel like is boring, but we can use that time to get closer to God and better ourselves as well, because the biggest purpose and the only purpose in life that we have as Muslims is to submit to God, and to worship God in this life. And then you're going to be tested and you're going to be judged based on that, based on whether you stay true to your faith or whether you got swayed away by the worldly life, and then you got distracted and got distracted on your prayers and you stopped praying, and you stopped doing all your duties. But people forget that you're on this earth to worship God, and everything else is just distraction. So the main point I'm trying to make in this video is, you want to slowly, for the ones who want to better themselves, especially as Muslims, and the ones who want to better themselves as people, you want to disassociate yourself from this world if you're sick and tired of this world, and you want to get closer to God, because He has all the answers to your questions, and He's the only one who can help you. Like when I was begging for help, I begged God. And you don't go around begging people, because people won't help you and people are temporary. Like, your friend is not your friend forever, unless they're a pious friend or something, maybe. But in my case, I've had people come and go, so I know that people are temporary, and everything else is temporary. But everything else comes from God, so you go to the source for help and for protection.